volume and surface area of composite figures. Okay, we are on page 497. Sir Abdul Hamid, stop putting your hand, please. And we are in 13 February. Now we took area of composite figures. Remember, when you have something like rectangle with semicircle, we said this is A1, A2. Then we find the full area by adding A1 plus A2, right? This is, we call it composite area. Now we'll take composite volume and composite surface area. What does this mean? We took the volume for each figure. We took the volume of rectangular prism, right? Alone. And we have a formula. And we took the volume of a triangular pyramid, for example, right? So we have a formula for each figure or a way of solution. Remember? So to find the volume, let's remember, to find the volume of any prism, we use the formula V equal big BH. And this big B is the area of the base of that prism, right? And it depends. If it's rectangle, we use the area of rectangle. If it's triangle, we use the area of the triangle, and go on. Square, square. And if it's pyramid, we use the formula V equal 1/3 big BH, same idea of B, right? But we have 1/3. And to find the surface area for any figure, for any composite figure, right? We find all the area of the surfaces. You can go. All the area of the surfaces, okay? Now, depending if we have prisms or pyramid, okay? Depending on the figure, what the figure has. If you remember, we took some special cases, some special formulas for the surface area. We took the surface area of rectangular prism. We took a formula for it, like V equal 2 LH plus 2 LW plus 2 WH, remember? And this 2 comes from where? Because we have congruent faces, right? So in place of finding each figure or each face alone, we write 2 multiply. And we took, if you remember, the square pyramid, if you remember. Square pyramid. Remember? How we find the surface area? We find the area of the base and 4 triangles, right? And the 4 triangles have the same base and height. So we have one area multiplied by 4, right? Plus the area of the square down. Now, depending, I mean by the surface area, depending on the figure itself, what it has. What it has, okay? Now in this lesson, we will put 2 figures together and we will find its volume and we will find its surface area, okay? Let's go to example 1. Example 1, we are on page 498. Leave everything, just focus on the board, please. In example 1, page 498, we have down rectangular prism, right? Rectangular square. Square هو rectangle. The square is a rectangle. What's the rectangle? The rectangle is 4 quadrilateral, right? 4 sides with 4 right angles, right? The rectangle, 4 sides with 4 right angles. And the square also 4 sides with 4 right angles, right? Let me finish. Everything in the rectangle is in the square, right? In the rectangle, we have four equally angles, right? In the rectangle, each opposite sides are what? And here, the opposite sides here are equal, right? And here, the opposite sides are equal. And here, the opposite sides are equal. Everything in the rectangle is exist in the square. So the square is a rectangle. The square is what? A rectangle. If you have a square, you can say rectangle. It's okay. But if you have rectangle, you cannot say square. Got it? So don't worry about this thing, if it's rectangle or square. Right. The square is a special case. The square is a special case of the rectangle. Like his son, let's say. Okay. Now, let's go back to our example here. Down we have square prism, right? Square prism. And up what we have? Don't say we have pyramid. We have a lot of pyramids. Triangular means its base is a triangle. Square pyramid. Got it? So down we have square prism, and up what we have? Down here, square prism. Up, square pyramid, right? Right? I'll call this V1, volume 1, and I will call this V2 because I want to find the whole volume of this solid figure, right? The dimensions are 8.4, 8.4, 8.4 here, right? 8.4, 8.4, and 8.4. This is a cube, we call it. We call it what? Cube. Cube is a special case of the rectangular prism, mean the all dimensions are equal, okay? And up here we have the height of the pyramid. It is 5.8. This is the height of the pyramid here, which is how much? 5.8. Now let's find the whole volume of it. The whole volume equals what? The volume of square prism plus the volume of square pyramid, right? So, yellow. Big V equal volume of a square prism plus volume of the upper one, which is what? We call this volume 1, and volume 2 of what? Square pyramid equal. Down, I'm talking about prism. What is the volume of the square or rectangular prism? Length, width. What? Huh? No, I said what is the volume of the square prism? You said S42. S42, it's the area of the square. Here we have 6 squares. Got it? So what is the volume of the rectangular prism in general? Length by width by height. We took this formula, remember? Let's find it. How much the length? Width, height. So here length multiply width multiply height. For what? For the square prism. Plus mean volume 2. Volume 2 pyramid. First thing you need to write it what? صح? Multiply the area of the base. And the area of the base, I'm here now, right? The area of the base, what's its base? Its base is square, right? So area of the base, which is S power 2, multiply it is height. صح? Do you understand? This is equal. Now apply. Length 8.4, multiply 8.4, multiply 8.4, plus 1 over 3, multiply. Guys in the online, just give me a second, please. Now 8.4, 8.4, 8.4, 1 over 3, s power 2. What's s? This is s, right? S, right? Which is 8.4. 8.4 power 2 means you multiply it 2 times. Multiply its height, which is 5.8. Now this, the volume of the square prism down, length by width by height, right? And this, the volume of the upper pyramid, which is the square pyramid, the area of the square, the area of the base, multiply the height. I'm following the formulas, right? I'm following the formulas, right? So here just apply the numbers, find your answer. This is equal, sorry. This is equal. I didn't ask you the answer. Now in the book, they found this volume alone and this volume alone, right? Then at the end, they add them. You can use this strategy. It's okay. So the answer here is 8.4. I didn't ask you. Multiply 8.4, multiply 8.4 plus 1 over 3. I'll multiply the whole. This, the first part will be 592.704 plus. Here you can multiply the upper 3 numbers, then divide by 3. So I'll multiply the upper 3 numbers. 8.4 multiply 8.4 multiply 5.8 equal a number divided by 3, which is 136.416. Add these two numbers. 592.704. It will be 729.12. 729.12. Is it a Holy Quran, the book? No, it is not. So maybe it has a mistake. Volume, power 3. Area, power 2. Volume, power 3. Simple as that. This is example 1. Any questions about it? Now let's go to do the check of example 1 together. Okay. Yes, mister.
Mister, why did you divide on 3? After you did 8.4 multiply 8.4 multiply 5.8, why did you divide it on 3?
Okay, don't divide by 3. Multiply the number by 1 over 3. Okay? Don't divide by 3.
It will bring the same answer?
Okay, mister. You can check if you understand how to multiply a whole number with a fraction. Thank you. Stop. Let's do the check after example 1. We have checked, right? Let's do it together. Now, in the check, what we have? In the check after example 1, what we have? 3 rectangular prisms, right? 3. Small 2 down and 1 big up, right? So let's find the volume of. Yeah, we are in the check page 498. After example 1, we have checked. Let's find it. Okay. Now we have a small rectangular prism here to the right. And another small rectangular prism here to the right. Right? And we have big rectangular prism here, right? So we have how many volumes? 3 volumes. I will call this one here volume 1, volume 2, and this one here volume 3. Let's put the dimensions on. We have here the length 2.4, the width 4.7, and it is height 2.4 also. This one 2.4, 2.4, and this one 4.7, same length and width for that, and the height is the same, right? Which is how much? 2.4 also. Now the upper one, it is length 9.1, it is width here, it is the same of this, which is 4.7, and the height also 2.4. Now this 4.7, it's not written, right? But it's opposite. The opposite lines are what? Are equal, right? Now here, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3. So the big V equal volume 1 plus volume 2 plus volume 3. All of them are rectangular prisms. And the volume of the rectangular prism is length multiply width multiply. So the volume 1, length 2.4, multiply width 4.7, multiply height 2.4, right? Plus volume 2, length, width, height 2.4, 4.7, 2.4, plus volume number 3, length, width, and height, right? Length 9.1, multiply 4.7, multiply the height 2.4. Is this clear? I just apply the formula of the rectangular prism's volume 3 times for each rectangular prism. Now multiply and add. This is equal to multiply and add. You have 3 parts here. This part 1 plus part 2 plus part 3. Okay? So you have 2.4 multiply 4.7 multiply 2.4 plus 2.4 multiply 4.7 multiply 2.4 plus 9.1 multiply 4.7 multiply 2.4. The answer will be 156.792, and the unit is cubic centimeters. Yes, you can. Is this clear? So what we are doing here, we're applying the same formulas of the volume, but in more than one figure at the same question. That's all, okay? Copy this check, please. Copy this check, please. Done copying. Done. Now, let's move from the composite volume. Your homework for today is page 501. 501. 503. Questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again, your homework for today is page 503. Questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take a look to question 1. In these 4 questions, we need to find the total volume, the whole volume of these figures, okay? Now, in question 1, down, what you have? Rectangular prism. Up, what you have? Triangular prism. Triangular prism. So what you need to find? The volume 1 for the rectangular prism down, volume 2 for the triangular prism, then you add them, right? And the next one, question 2, you have something like pencil, right? Now you have two volumes, one to the left, one to the right. The part to the right, to the left is what? Rectangular prism. The part to the right, left is what? To the right, sorry, square pyramid. Square pyramid. Volume 1, volume 2, apply. Yani this question 2, similar of example 1, which we did. This is sleeping, that one was standing, okay? Question 3, same of the question 2. صح? Same, rectangular prism and square pyramid. The question 4, similar of this check. In this check, you have 3 rectangular prisms. In examples, in question 4, you have 3 rectangular prisms. One down, one up, one at the middle, right? You understand? So you need to find these volumes, questions 1, 2, 3, and 4. How to find the composite volume, okay? Now, we are done with the volume, right? Let's move to the surface area. Surface area of composite figures. Now we took surface area, right? Surface area of a prism or a pyramid means to find the whole area of its faces, right? For example, in this room, we have 6 faces, 1 up, 1 down, 4 around, right? So you have 6 areas, so you need to find them. But we took some special formulas for each. Sit down well, mister. Sit down well. Okay. Now, but we have problem here. Sometimes when you have composite figures, okay, assume that in this room, we are in this room, okay? And I want to find the surface area. And I'm assuming that I have a middle wall from that face to this face, wall at the middle, wall, okay? Inside this room. And I want to find the surface area. The surface area, I care about the outsider faces. The insider faces, I don't need its area. Why? Because it's not included in the surface area. For example, if you have rectangular prism like this one, and you have a wall inside, and I want the surface area of this prism, I don't care about the wall inside. Why? Not outside faces, right? So here in the surface area, when you find surface area of prisms or pyramids or composite figures, if you have insider face, you don't need them. Take a look to the layer idea. See the layer? Page 499. See it? Now take a look to this layer. Down what you have. Take that to this figure, yeah, mister. Down what you have. Again, take a look to this figure. What you have down, rectangular prism or square prism, whatever. Up what you have, triangular prism, right? But I have a face between them. See it? Down, I have rectangular prism. And over it, exactly, I have what? Triangular prism. At the middle, between them, they share with one face, right? Which is the upper face of the rectangular prism and the lower base or the lower side of the triangular prism, right? This face between them, is it inside the figure or outside the figure? Inside. I don't need its area. Do you understand? So in the surface area of composite figures, I need to exclude some areas. I need to, what the meaning of exclude? To accept, to not include it, okay? But for example, this room, we have another floor up, right? Assume that this room, it is on the floor. It's the first floor. Got it? Focus with me. This room, it is on the floor. We don't have anything under it. Okay? And we have the second floor up. Now this face, see it? هذا الفيس, the upper one, the roof of us. It is the base of the upper one, right? This face is share a common face between the lower and the upper prism, right? So when I find the surface area, I'll find the whole areas except this one, because it is what? Inside the figure. Do you understand me? I hope that. Now, in this figure, in the layer, down we said we have what? Something like this, right? And up what we have? Look here. Here we have triangle, and here we have triangle, and we have triangular prism up, right? Now let's put the dimensions. Down we have 6 feet and 9 feet and 8 feet. And here we have right angle, means this is the height of this triangle, remember? Which is 3 feet. And here we have 9.5 feet, okay? This is all the dimensions we have. Now, where is the face that I will exclude it? The one of the red, this one here, see it? This one, I will exclude it. Why? It is inside. Do you understand me? So, down, I'm talking about the lower prism now. How many faces we have? We need to find down on this one here. How many faces I will find? 5 faces, because I will exclude one, right? Of the upper one. How many faces I have? Look, I have one rectangle, one rectangle here, and the upper, the rectangle in the behind, and this face which we excluded. Do you understand? Do you understand? Let's find the surface area. Now the surface area equal. Let's start down. If you remember, when we have rectangular prism, we said 2 multiply length by width, 2 multiply width height, and 2 multiply length height, right? But here, one part, there will have no 2. Only one, because down, focus. Here, and the upper one, they are the same, right? But I will not take 2 of them. I will take 1 of them. This one excluded. Don't forget that. Got it? So here down, which is what? 6 multiply 9 plus. Don't care about the letters, width, height. Care about what you have in front of you. Now I'm done with this one, okay? Now, the one to the right and to the left, they have the same length and the same width, right? Here I will write 2 multiply 9 by what? You understand? Plus the one in the front and the one on the back, they have the same 6 and the same 8, right? So I will say 2 multiply 6 multiply 8, right? Get it? One part has no 2. What is it? The lower and the upper one. I exclude the upper one. Do you understand this? This is very important. Stop talking. Stop talking. It's only a door. Make what you have here your problem, not the door, okay? Thank you. I'm done with the lower rectangular prism. Now I will talk about the upper triangular prism. Got it? Plus, focus. I have 2 triangles, one to the right, one to the left. This is a triangle here, and this is a triangle here, right? This triangle here has this space and this height. Remember, we have right angle here, right? So 2, because I have equal triangles. Multiply area of one triangle, half the base 9, same of this base, right? And the height not 9.5. So 9 multiply 3. This I'm done with what? With the two triangles, left and right. Still what? How many rectangles still? Two rectangles. This one and the one on the upper on the back. The floor, we have a deal that we will exclude it, right? So let's find the area of the one in the front here, plus the length, how much? Same of this, 6, 6, 6, right? And the width, and 6 plus 6 multiply 9.5. The one on the back plus 3, yes, it's a 3 with this one, right? This one is how much? Same of this one and this one, 6, all of them 6s, right? So 6 by what? Multiply 3. The first part here, it is for this one, right? The second part, it is for the upper one. Do you understand? So I will follow the same strategy of the lesson of the surface area, but with one exception. If I have middle or if I have inside face, I don't need its area. I'm talking about the outside the surface area. Got it? Now just multiply and add. This will be 6 by 9. 6 multiply 9 plus 2 multiply. I didn't put 2 here, huh? Here I didn't put 2 because I took only the floor. I didn't take the roof. صح يا عمر? Plus 2 multiply 9 multiply 8 plus 2 multiply 6 multiply 8 plus 2 multiply half multiply 9 multiply 3 plus 6 multiply 9.5 plus 6 multiply 3. This will be exactly 396 square feet. I'm talking about area. So it's part 2. Do you understand? This is how we find surface area of composite figures. Do you understand? Yes, Mr. Down, I have rectangular prism. Do you know how to find the surface area of the rectangular prism? Do you know how? Talk, don't waste my time. ماشي. أي أرقام. How we find the surface area of the rectangular prism? Do you know that? Tell me yes or no. يلا how? We have a formula. Do you know the formula of it? Just wait. Who knows the formula of how to find the surface area of the rectangular prism? If you know the formula, raise up your hand. What's the formula, يا عمر? Plus 2 multiply with height. نحط كل الاثنين مع بعض صح؟ نضرب ب 2. This is the formula. So you don't know it. You don't know the formula. Right? So you need to study the previous lesson. It's very important. So you can understand this lesson. Okay? فاهم? Now, when you study the first lesson, the previous one, this is a rectangular prism. I found this area, and this area, and the area on the back. But this area here, I will exclude it because it is inside the figure. Okay? So here I write 6 by 9, which is the area of the floor. then 2 by 9 by 8, which is the area to the right and the area to the left, right? Then 2 by 6 by 8, which is the area on the front and the area on the back. But the upper area here, I didn't find it, not included. Plus, I'm done with the lower one. I'm on the upper one now. 2 multiply the two triangles. This is a triangle and this is a triangle. If you see it in your book, it will be more clear. Plus the area of the in front rectangle here and the area of the rectangle in the back. Okay? You understand me? So I also exclude this like double face, you know? You know the double faces? Face from down, face from up. The face from down, I exclude it for the rectangular prism. The face from up, I exclude it for the triangular prism. طيب اوكي خلاص اوكي go there. بسرعة. Now I exclude this but 2 times. Focus. I exclude this rectangle here. See it? How many times? 2 times. 1 time for the rectangular prism and 1 time for the triangular prism. Do you understand me? That's all. Don't forget your homework. Questions 1, 2, 3, 4, page 503. Tomorrow we'll do more examples about how to find the surface area. Thank you.